Okay, hi guys, I hope you are good. Now I'm back again with another video. Now we're simply going to be focusing on revision when it comes to grade 8 and 9 since we're just doing a common topic, which is simply algebra, which was simply based on paper 1. It was a November question paper, but it's just question 2, since this one is just that portion which consists of algebra. But now obviously, have you seen when it comes to algebra grade 8 and 9 level, we simply have the scientific notations. We have just simplifications without the use of a calculator, and just these simple simplifications which are simply based on exponents. So now here, when you're looking at this one, it just have just a big number in which now is just forcing you to just panic when it comes to the first question now. So now let's look at the first question and look at it exactly as it is. Now when you look there, we're supposed to simply change this whole number to a scientific notation in kilometers per year, as the question states. Now let's look. When it comes to changing numbers to scientific notation, we simply focus on simple factors. Now look at this. When looking at this whole number, we simply look at the first digit, and this first digit was simply 9. So we simply write the first digit, which is 9, then we put the comma. So now that comma, you should note that the comma is just after 9 there. So now since we are putting the comma after 9 there, and we just want to look, is there any number beside looking at the fact that we have numbers which are zeros, but is there any number that is after the comma? Yes, we do find that number which is after the comma, which is 5. Now since we have 5, we put that 5 there. If maybe let's say we had 5,2 here, we're gonna put 9,52. But in this case, we have 5, then 5 followed by zeros. So now it's fine. This is where we end. It's just gonna be 9,5. Then we multiply it by 10. Then now it's that time of us obviously having to look at how many numbers now do we have after the comma. Remember guys, when natural numbers as well as whole numbers were introduced in that part of number systems, we know very well that after the comma, if we have 5, even zeros are numbers. So now we want to check how many digits do we have after the comma. We're just gonna count. We have the first one, the second one, the third. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then that's simply the number that we are supposed to put there. And then our scientific notation number is just simple. The answer is gonna be 9,5 multiplied by 10 to the exponent of 1,5, which is 15. Now as you can also see, the marks there which are allocated, it's simply 2 marks. So since it's simply 2 marks, and then we are done here, we are done with scientific notation. But you should note at these kinds of problems, they're just there to make you panic, to force you to panic. Remember, if you panic leads to mistakes, and mistakes now they will lead you now to failing that. And once you fail these high possibilities, these ones, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Now let's just remove this since we're done with it, and now move on to the following question, which is 2.2.1. There you can simply see the statement is simply saying simplify without using your calculator, show all your calculations. So now when you look at that, we have 4 to the exponent of 2 minus, we have box bracket, which is 6 divided by -2, then close bracket, box bracket, and then all raised to the exponent of 3. Then now look at this. This is just wonderful. It's a sum that needs you to play around just numbers. So now let's look at it. We have 4 to the exponent of 2, which is a power of 4 to the exponent of 2, then minus the box bracket, 6 divided by, into -2 with close bracket, box bracket, then we raise everything to the exponent of 3. Now look, so when we have 4 squared, we're supposed to multiply 4 multiplied by 4. We are breaking it down, and then minus this one, we need to change it to a fraction. Remember, there's division sign here, so we need to simply say 6 divided by -2 for us to make things simple. Then we raise this to the exponent of 3, which is that 3 at the top. Then now we know very well that if we have 4 multiplied by 4, we simply get 16, then minus. Now we know that, okay, 6 divided by negative 2, we know very well that it's simply going to be negative 3. Then negative 3 raised to exponent of 3 now. So now we look at this 16, and this one is just a negative number which is raised to an exponent of 3. Now let's check. So since we have 16 here, we're just gonna put our 16. Then we know very well that 3 raised to an exponent of 3 is simply going to be 27. But now here, this is a negative number. This simply means we have negative. Let's put the box bracket to separate this negative as well as this problem here. So we have negative 3 here multiplied by negative 3 multiplied by negative 3. So these are our box bracket. We can even remove them and put just around brackets. So now we have 16 here, which is minus. Then we have negative 3 here multiplied by negative 3, which is gonna be positive 9. And then from positive 9, in which now obviously this is just gonna be 9 multiplied by minus 3. Then 16 minus 9 multiplied by negative 3 is simply going to be negative 27. Then now obviously minus times minus, we get 16 plus minus times minus. We're just gonna go to operation signs. I'm just gonna make another video based on operation signs. Now minus multiplied by minus, we get positive. Then we have 27. Now when we have 16 and 27, we're just gonna have the final answer to we're adding 27 as well as 16. We're gonna get what's the answer here? It's just gonna be 27 plus 16, which is 43. So the final answer here, we're just gonna get 43, and then we are done from here. We are done with this problem, and you get your 2 marks. But it was a bit of a long problem to be 2 marks. It was supposed to be at least 3 marks, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's just move on from this one. Let's move to the second one now. 2.2.2. Here we simply have an algebraic expression which is very